Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Thanks for joining me today. We've got a really cool Restomod today. We have from Hot Wheels, the Hot Bird. Now this Pontiac Firebird got really popular about 1976-77 for the movie Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed. Fun movie, fantastic time, and it really escalated the popularity of this particular car. And it's actually pretty cool. Now this car we have here is pretty beat up, but we're going to do a nice Restomod on there. And what I mean by that, we're going to replace the decals with some really cool decals, and we're also going to switch out those black walls with some beautiful Sam Ed wheels. Go ahead, grab your favorite adult beverage, and join along today for today's Restomod.
It's time to start the autopsy.
Here I've got the post drilled out, and we've already taken the car apart. Now this car only has one post, and it's in the back of the car. The front end is actually held in by the lights and the grille. Since we're going to do a complete repaint of the paint job, we're going to take off every single speck of paint we possibly can here. Go ahead and dip it in your citrus strip, or as I like to call it, my embalming fluid. Well, I guess we'll have to shake it off again. Shake off all the excess. There's no reason to waste all this paint stripper and like that, because you can use it multiple times. Let's let that set for a while, and we'll get to it when the paint is off the car.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Here's the body all cleaned up. Now here's the base, and the base is pretty tarnished and the wheels are pretty nasty. We're going to go ahead and cut out those wheels. Well, actually we already did. And we're going to dump those out. And we're going to replace these wheels with some beautiful Sam Ed wheels. We got these ones that are gold plated. We may have to widen that channel just a little bit in that groove to get the wheels to fit nice and flat. I apologize for the camera angles. Now these wheels are going to look absolutely beautiful. Let's work on the body. Here we're going to paint the car up with gloss black enamel, or actually opaque paint, from the Redline shop. This is a urethane paint, and we're going to use the hardener. Now the mixture on the bottle says 5-to-1. I like to use 4-to-1, but that's just me. We'll get all that paint mixed up and we'll get it in the airbrush. Now since this is an opaque paint, if you don't really want to, you don't have to put down a base coat or a primer coat, especially with these darker colors like black and red, etc. Now if you do put a primer coat down, it will cover up a lot nicer. Get all the hard to reach areas first, like up in the fender wells, on the sides of the inside door panels, etc. Just so they're all covered up, and if you happen to glance inside the car, you won't see bare metal or any of the old color. That's why you strip it off completely. Now we'll get the outside of the car. Or we won't. Make sure you use very light coats. If you do these tack coats, the paint is going to build up nicer and it's going to look better. If you start putting down really heavy coats, I guarantee you it's going to run and you're going to have to strip it and do it again. This is looking pretty good. Since the lights show through the grill, we want to make sure we get that top portion where the lights are. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're getting anything out of these videos, folks, please mash that like button and hit that subscribe button. That's what helps me produce more content for you. I'm getting super close to 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to have a big party when that comes. We'll have a whole bunch of stuff to give away. So subscribe, tune in, and you'll know when we're going to be giving away some of that really cool stuff. This is really looking sweet, and that paint from the Redline shop is absolutely excellent. Here's the car after we got it all painted. It's still wet, so we're going to stick it in the cabinet and let it dry overnight. That looks really nice. I'm very pleased with the way this is looking so far. Let's move on. Now it's time to put the decals on. I got these decals from Second Chance Redlines. Vince Scott offers an excellent product, and his decals are top notch. If you want something really super sweet to do your customs or your restorations, etc., get a hold of Second Chance Redlines. Go on the website, check it out at scredlines.com, and peruse all the decals they have to offer. There's over 1,400 different kinds of decals that Vince and his shop offers, so please check it out. These particular ones happen to be metallic. I'll be releasing a video in the very near future on how to do metallic decals. Once you get in position, get it into position, go ahead and smooth out all the wrinkles, squeeze out all the water, etc. And once it's positioned and it's there, just leave it alone and let it dry. It's going to take approximately 12 hours, maybe a little bit more, to get all that water to evaporate from underneath. If you happen to go back in later and clear coat your car and it hasn't set long enough, that water is going to repel that clear coat and it's going to make your paint bubble and you're not going to be very happy about it. This is looking good. Now we're going to put some stripes over the top where the T-tops go. Put a little bit of water on there, or if you're using Microsol or Microset, put that on there. Actually, Microset would be better with this. Microsol later on if you've got any raised areas of your car and you want the decal to sit in there better. Now, some people have an issue remembering the difference between Microsol and Microset. Microset helps you initially set the decal, and it also helps with the adherence of the adhesive underneath on the bottom side of the decal. Microsol is a solvent, and it allows the decals to soften up so it'll fit over door jams, it'll fit over hinges, little door locks and handles, etc. So that's what that's for. Now, if you use it too much, it will melt the decal, so you need to be careful. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Let's go ahead and speed this up. That looks really nice. Now we've let those set overnight, and we're going to come back in with some clear coat from Diecast Graveyard. This is my own brand of clear coat, and you can find out more about this clear coat at diecastgraveyard.com. If you want your customs and your restorations to look like glass, check out Diecast Graveyard's clear coat. It's an acrylic 2K automotive clear, and this is something that I formulated myself with some help from folks at PPG. So please check it out. It's a great price, it's a great product, and it works great. Check out Paul from Fat Guy Productions' video on Diecast Graveyard Clear Coat. We've got the car clear coated. We've got everything taken care of. The wheels are done. Let's put everything together and give my creation life.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Hot Wheels Hot Bird from the mid-1970s. We can see here that the car is all chipped up and there's a lot of paint missing. The decals are scratched off, etc. We took the car apart. We cleaned it up. We stripped the paint off. We put some brand new beautiful wheels on there from Sam Ed Wheels. We used the black gloss acrylic enamel or acrylic lacquer from the Redline shop. We put those beautiful decals on there from Second Chance Redlines. And then we clear coated it with Diecast Graveyard Clear Coat. And like I said, folks, that clear coat makes the entire car. I mean, it protects everything. It makes it look cool. And it almost looks like you can reach down inside the car to touch those decals. It turned out absolutely excellent. And I had a beautiful, fun time making this car for you. And here's the result. Look at how beautiful this car turned out. That fantastic black lacquer paint, those beautiful decals, and of course, the Sam Ed wheels. This car looks absolutely stunning. Now later on, I went back in and I did do the tail lights. I just didn't do them at this particular time. I did do the headlights though, and they look fantastic also. But like I always say in my videos, folks, you can do this too. I tell you what products I use so you can use the same exact things to get the same results I do. Now, if you happen to leave a comment in this video, and if you have any questions, I read every single comment, even if it's just, hey, good job, hey, go to hell, whatever. I read every comment. Now, if you got a good question, I will get back to you with that particular question as best as I can. But I do get hundreds of emails every week, so I do the best I can. I want to thank you for joining me on Diecast Graveyard. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Mash that like button if you got anything out of this video. And like I said, I'm getting super close to 10,000 subscribers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, and cheers.